Hello everybody, my name is Rick Dangerous and welcome to episode number 4 of my Valheim Let's Play series. In this episode we are going to go collect copper. I have 2 Antler pickaxes ready to go. We have all the food that we need. I'm going to go ahead and eat a little bit more here. And we have the kiln and the smelter ready to go. We have a decent amount of wood, and most importantly, we know where the copper is. It's right north of our base. So I'm going to head straight there, and we'll start mining some copper. I'll talk about some tips and tricks on how to mine it more efficiently as I go. Let's go ahead and take care of threats while we're at it. Also, mining copper is going to create a lot of noise. So there's probably going to be a lot of enemies coming because of it. So we have 2 copper deposits right next to each other. One there and one here. So the trick with copper is there's a lot more than appears on the surface, and a lot of people miss that. So if I pickaxe down, you can see more and more copper is going to be exposed. You can see how it's kind of under these rocks. And copper, there's even more. Think of it as a giant sphere, like a ball in the ground. Looks like the second copper node actually comes on top of this copper node. But yeah, think of it as a giant sphere that goes deep underground, and it's typically hollow in the middle. But the way I like to do it is find the lowest point of the copper, which is going to be down this way. And you can see we're kind of, well, actually, is that copper? I think that's stone there. But anyway, find the lowest point, which is down this way. And you can see I'm not actually mining copper yet. I'm excavating it. I'm prepping it to expose it. And the way this game works with Pickaxe is when you pickaxe stone in front of you, it takes out the whole column above you. So that's why you want to go down low first. And once you're low, then start working your way around the copper. And it just saves a lot of time. So let's go ahead and take care of these enemies real quick. My stamina is really low at the moment. I may actually have to switch to the bow. And let's go to the fire arrows as well. Especially for this guy. And I'm going to eat a honey because my health is getting low. Almost dead, but we'll let the honey take us up. Dodge that rock. Finish him off. So that guy was a star enemy, which kind of like elite, I guess you want to call it. He's just a lot harder than the typical one. Alright, so back to what I was doing. We're going to do big axe swings around the copper. And actually, it looks like a stone just fell on top of us. So we may have to go up above and get that stone first. So let's go take care of that. Or I guess it's called a rock. We just need to get rid of this rock. Alright. And when you're pickaxing anything, from approaching it from above does a lot more damage. So hitting the rock from either equal footing or above will help. This is a little annoying with all these enemies. Alright, let's jump up here and take care of him. Alright, so the rock is out of the way. Another rock's coming down, unfortunately. Or actually, no, that's copper, so that's fine. So you can see I'm excavating around the copper and exposing more and more of it. And it's common for trees and things like this to fall down. Just have to take those out. So this is exposing more and more of that copper that would typically be lost underground. Okay, we got a skeleton. I don't know if that means there's a burial chamber nearby or what. Okay, so we're going to switch to our other pickaxe since we have two. And just continue to expose more and more copper. So you can see how there is a lot more copper up here than it initially looked like. There's copper underneath all of this. And now that we exposed a lot of it, we can take off these large sections of stone above it and really start to expose lots of the copper. Let's go ahead and get our first actual copper. So if you stand above it, you do more damage. I'm swinging down on top of it, so that's good damage. Okay, and we got our first copper ore. And this stuff weighs a lot. So what I typically do is I'll put a chest down here in this pit or somewhere nearby to hold all the stone and the copper. So it looks like the bird is ready to talk to us. I think it's because we discovered copper. And you can see how I said the copper's usually a little hollow inside. You can kind of see that here. But yeah, just spending a little extra time to excavate it, we're going to get a lot more copper. And given the fact that we have 3 copper deposits, actually, is that copper? I guess there's 4 copper deposits nearby. You know, this is enough copper for the whole playthrough. If we're meticulous like this and excavate the whole thing. If we didn't excavate the whole thing, we'd have to find a lot more copper deposits. They'd be far away. You'd have to transport it really far. So it's definitely worth the time to excavate your copper. And actually the hoe helps with this. I forgot it back at base, but I could be using the hoe in between some of these pickaxe swings, and it might actually help enough to clear some of this debris. Let's go ahead and get rid of this log. And what we can do is one of the first things we get with copper can be copper nails for a cart. So our pickaxe is about to break. We'll head back to base. And the nice thing about the Antler pickaxe is we can actually repair the Antler pickaxe right here in the field. And I'll show that now because I think it's going to be worth building a workbench and a small shelter here. And I'll show you why in a second. So let's get a little bit more wood. Let's talk to the bird so he leaves us alone. He just wants to talk about copper ore and how to smelt it and things like that. Alright, so we're going to come up to the copper deposits right here. And we're going to place down a workbench here. And we'll do a floor. And now a new workbench on the floor. And then we need sides and a back and a roof. And as always, let's kill the boars because we need the leather scrap. Deer as well is always a priority. So, like I was saying, the nice thing about the Antler pickaxe is you can actually repair it out in the field as long as you make a small shelter for the workbench, which I believe this is the bare minimum to shelter a workbench. Oh, it says it's too exposed still. It might be these edges, maybe? Let's try that. Missing wood. We'll see if that's enough now. Oh, you know what it is? This wall is lowered. That was my issue. So that should work now. Yeah, we didn't actually need this piece here, I don't think. Yeah, that works. So we can actually repair the Antler pickaxes right here. And the other thing I could do if I wanted to would be put a chest here, which I think I will, once we have enough wood. And we can actually store stone and things in there while we're mining copper. But for now, before it gets too dark, let's actually get some actual copper and take a break from excavating so much. So I'll just clean up this little bit where the copper meets. And now we're going to get... I was talking about staying above the copper and swing down, so we're going to stand up here and swing down on it. You can see I did 10 damage there, 7. You're only going to do 2 or 5 if you're swinging up, so swinging down is definitely the best. Let's get, well, it's almost nighttime. I was going to say I could, make a chest and start storing some of this stuff. But what I can actually do is just make one of those stone piles for now. I'll just put a pile of stone right there. And that uses 50 stone to make that. And it's a way to just get 50 stone out of my inventory. So when you're smelting copper or any ore overnight, it immediately finishes when you sleep in your bed. So what I'm going to try to do here is actually get about 20 copper before I go home. That way I can put 10 in the smelter or the furnace. I forget the name of the item. Let me look this up so I use the right name. It's called a smelter. So I can put 10 copper in the smelter, go to sleep, it'll be finished. And then I can kick off 10 more in the morning. And then I'll come back here to get more. And when I come back next time, I'll bring a cart instead of worrying about a chest. So let's see how much I have now. I have 10. And I'll actually get cooled soon, which means my stamina will regenerate slower. So as soon as I get cooled, I should definitely head home, because it's just not efficient. So what I'm going to do here is drop some stone. Actually, I have 50. I can make another one of those stacks. So let's make another stack. And let's take care of these guys. Actually, you know what? Let's just run home. That's a fight I don't want to deal with. It's nighttime. We have 12 copper. I don't want to deal with that fight right now. If I have to, I will. If they follow me the whole way home. I'll be able to get a jump on them when they try to cross this stream. But it looks like they turned around. So, perfect. Alright, so we're going to load up 10 copper in this side of the smelter. Grab some charcoal and fill up this side. Let's go ahead and grab more wood. And I'm going to make a little chest down there as well to hold some of this stuff. I'll just put the chest right here. Fill up the kiln. And we'll go to sleep. Just thinking if there's anything I want to do before I sleep. There's not. So the kiln and the smelter will continue to produce overnight. Just speed things up. So let's head back down here and fill the kiln again. Fill the smelter. Alright, so we have 9 copper bars. And we'll keep that down here with build. So now we need 10. Because we need to make bronze. And bronze uses 2 copper and 1 tin. So let's go ahead and empty our materials. Repair, and we'll go get some tin. So tin is fairly easy to get, and that's going to be along the coast of the Black Forest. So we're going to hug the coast here, and I'm actually going to activate my ability for this so we can run a lot faster. I'm going to try not to get wet. And we're just going to run along the coast until we get to Black Forest Coast. And this is a good time to use the ability because we're going to be doing a lot of running. So hopefully up here a little ways the Black Forest will turn into coastline. We'll go ahead and get this boar while we're here. Like I said, you always want to get the free leather scrap. We need lots of leather scrap. So I was hoping that this Black Forest to my left would touch the coast, but it doesn't appear to be doing so. Or maybe down here it does. Down here it does. So there may be tin. We'll see. I don't see tin yet. I'd like to be able to jump this without getting wet. I was able to do it. So it's quite a long run to get tin. Looks like the Black Forest isn't going to be for a little while yet. Here it is. I see a fir tree down on the edge. So copper looks to be very easy. The tin is going to be quite a little bit of a run. So here's tin. Anytime the Black Forest gets close to the edge of the ocean is where you'll get tin. I'm going to skip that one for now and get it on the way back. And just keep running. Okay, there's actually a river down here, so there should be tin down here as well. So the river ends here. We'll check the river on the way back as well. Tin is usually the most common. Okay, there's some right in front of me. That's tin. So I'm just skipping some for now since I have the ability. I want to get some of the tin that's a little further away. So let's go ahead and start here with the tin. So I'm going to mark, well, I don't need to mark it, I can tell by my map. Alright, so let's start grabbing tin. Tin's very easy, just 4 or 5 hits and that'll give you the tin. It's very heavy though. Again, try not to get wet if you don't have to, because that messes with your stamina. So like if you can loot these drops without getting wet, that's the best. And again, it's very heavy, so more than likely we won't be able to carry that much. I think I saw more over this way then. Yeah, here's some. And again there, I only hit for 5 damage because I was down below it. So I circled around and went above it to do more damage. Looks like I might be able to do one more here. I might get wet on this one, but we'll see. Okay. So 300 of 300, I got 32 tin. That's actually quite a bit of tin. Full carrying weight right now. So now it's just a long run home. And I'll cut through here to make it more of a straight shot. Again, if you can, avoid getting wet. You're allowed to step in the water a little bit, you just can't get like waist deep. Always get thistle. So that's a troll cave right there. My carrying weight is full and there's really nothing I can drop. So that's fine. I'm going to mark this troll cave though. And there's a copper here. Not that I'll probably end up using it, but I like to mark stuff when I see it. This is copper as well, but I already marked it. Okay, so it looks like I can follow the meadow straight home now. So it's quite a run for tin, but I can't complain because I have easy access to copper. So let's talk about what I'm going to use the copper for. So first thing I'm going to get is 10, well, okay, so 2 copper and 1 tin make a bronze. So bronze is what we need, but at the end of the day, it's just easier to say I need copper because copper is always going to be what you need the most of. But anyway, for bronze, we're going to make 10 bronze nails. That's going to allow me to make a cart. I don't know if I can carry this stuff. What can I drop? There's really nothing to drop. I guess I can eat a blueberry. Drop a blueberry? I want that deer trophy. Carrying too much. There's like nothing I want to drop here. I don't know. I'm almost home. I'll just mark this as a deer trophy. We'll grab it when we run back sometime. Alright, let's start cooking some tin. And we need more wood down here for the smelter. We're out of wood. But anyway, we need the cart that uses bronze nails. We need a bronze pickaxe, which is going to be make farming bronze a lot, or copper a lot quicker. The bronze axe would be nice as well. We should get that. The cultivator, the cauldron, fermenter. There's a lot of stuff we want to get before we even bother getting new gear. So we have 10 now, which means we can make bronze. Let's go make a bronze. So if I take the copper and the bronze, oh, we actually need to make a forge first. Forgot about that. So a forge uses copper, wood, and stone. So let's go get some wood. And I can't tell if it's nighttime or not. I think it is. Let's check the bees quick. All this good honey, 3 honey. Alright. Let's warm up by the fire so we're not wet and see if we can sleep. Okay. So we need wood again. We're always going to need wood. We're going to need copper. We're going to need tin. Let's go ahead and kick off some more tin. So when it rains, it damages your structures that are made of wood, like this chest. But it'll only damage them down to 50%. It won't ever destroy them, so that's good. So I'm not too concerned about leaving a chest outside. You can see the workbench took damage from the rain. But anything with a roof over it won't take damage. Alright, we need wood. So let's go chop some wood. There's not many trees like really close to my house, which is annoying. They're pretty far away. I'll just head over this way. So we definitely need the bronze axe because we want to, these white trees that have white on them are called birch trees. And you need a copper axe to be able to chop those down. And birch trees drop some fine wood, and fine wood is used in a lot of advanced recipes for crafting. So we're going to need a lot of fine wood. So the copper axe is very important. This is probably the most grindy part of Valheim, the Copper Age. Even when I'm probably going to skip copper armor completely, it's still grindy. Just the amount of wood and copper and tin that you have to farm to get bronze. I keep using the word copper instead of bronze. I should be saying bronze. It's bronze armor, bronze weapons. But it feels like copper because you gotta get a lot of copper. I'll actually probably get the fine wood bow as soon as possible and defeat that next boss because I really want to get the wood cutting ability. It's just going to save so much time. But mostly right now I just need wood for charcoal. Alright, good enough. Let's head back home. Alright, so we have wood, which means I can now make the forge. I believe that's what we were waiting on. The forge uses coal yet. I left the coal. Oh, I have some coal here. Alright, so let's make a forge. We'll see if we can place it. Yeah, looks like it'll fit back here. For now. Okay, now we can make bronze out of tin and copper. So we can make 3 bronze. Also, let's check, the cauldron just uses tin, so we can make that. We're going to need a second campfire for that, but not necessarily. I can just destroy these cooking sticks above the fire. So let's make the cauldron. Okay. We can make bronze now. And we'll make some bronze nail. That will unlock the cart. So we can now make a cart. We'll make that up at the copper deposits as a way to bring copper down. Let's see here. Let's check this stuff down here quick. Okay. Lots of stuff to do here. What else can we make? We can make the anvil for the forge. That uses bronze. We don't need it yet though. Oh, the tanning rack. 20 leather scraps, 5 deer hide. That's for the, yeah, we can make that for the workbench. So you can see all that leather scrap we've been getting, and we still barely just have enough. So we need 15 flint. We only have 8. So let's go grab some flint real quick for that. I know there's like tons of flint nearby. I like to get the crafting stations as soon as they're available. Alright, so let's put down the tanning rack now. We just need flint. Okay. And that's going to be for the workbench. Ideally, I can get this really close to the workbench. I might actually just put it, yeah, like right in front of it. That works. So now our workbench is level 3, which means we can upgrade our hammer. We might have enough bone now that I can actually, yeah, I can upgrade my club. Let's do that. So I now have a level 3 club. The wood shield, what do we need for that? 4 leather scrap, so we don't have enough leather scrap for that. Alright. So now that we have bronze, you can see the game really opens up and there's all this new stuff you can make. I'm gonna need more arrows. Yeah, I'm like almost out of arrows. How much wood do I have? So we're gonna use the rest of this wood on arrows before I forget. Fire arrows is probably the best, so let's do that. Alright. So let's talk next steps, and then we'll end the episode. We got the forge. We got the workbench upgraded. Pretty soon we can upgrade the forge. I need a lot more copper now to be able to make bronze. Tons of honey. Stack of 25 here. I should be eating too. I don't want to get careless and die from something simple just because I wasn't eating. So all our raw ore has been processed. We're out of wood again, but we got a decent amount of tin stocked up. So next steps, we're gonna take 10 copper nails, and how much wood do we need for the cart? 20 wood, so we'll have to go get wood. But we'll take the cart back to the copper deposits, and we'll mine copper for a whole day, and really start building some of this new stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode.